Right, shalom, shalom. Back at it again with another video presentation, okay? So I'm gonna go over another paternal ancestry results to go ahead and show you guys that looks can be very, very quite deceiving. I mean, a lot of you guys, watching these different video presentations or you're seeing a whole lot of videos about different Israelite groups or congregations and including myself, who have said in the past that based upon what's predicated upon the scriptures, that your nationality is determined by who, by the seed of your father. And if you have an Israelite man who has a seed with a non-Israelite woman in particular, it could particularly like a white woman, and generation down the line, those male paternals or those male seeds end up having more seeds with white women, and eventually they're gonna start losing the complexion of their skin. Based on the phenol structure, and vice versa. Especially what happened over here in the Americas during slavery, where you had a lot of these white European white man slave masters who raped quite a few Israelite women, man. So now we're gonna go ahead and check out this other cat who did his ancestry, his paternal Y DNA or Y chromosome results with African ancestry.
What's up, everybody? I just got my paternal results from AfricanAncestry.com, and I want to share.
And as you can see, he looks like a typical black person, man. Woody takes your hair, you check out his phenotype and his phenol structure. You know, a lot of Israelites out there, and especially all you blackly black Israelites, you saying that in order for you to be an Israelite, you gotta have woolly textured hair, a big nose, big lips. You gotta look black. If you would have stepped to any of these blackity black Israelite or even Israelite camps in general, he would have got accepted in the camps immediately. That's number one. And then number two, just take a look on the background. You see the red, black, and green. You see that? So you know for a fact that he supports or he actually subscribes to the Black Power, Pan-African, Black nationalist theology or doctrine. Guess what? A lot of these other cats who also claim to be either Kemetic or Africans or they subscribe to Black Power movement, a lot of them are white. A lot of them are also Europeans.
There with you. It says that it is with great pleasure that I report our patriclan analysis successfully identified your paternal genetic ancestry. By analyzing your Y chromosome DNA, we have determined that you share paternal genetic ancestry with people in Spain and Portugal today.
You see that? That's a straight up white man. That's a straight up white man who looks black. One of his white ancestors raped one of his great grandmothers, and later on the line, his descendants started having admixture with other black women to produce him, which is the reason why he looks the way he looks. But guess what? He's not our people. He's not an Israelite. This is why I've said it once now, I've said it 1,000 times, that these Israelite camps, and as well as all these Kemetic Black Power, Pan-African movements, do not want to take a Y DNA test due to the simple fact that there's going to be a high possibility that they're going to be Europeans, and they scared of that. Because when I took my Y DNA test, okay, with 23andMe, I was scared too. I was like, yo, I better not, even if I'm not an Israelite, please, I don't want to be a European. Because first of all, when you study and read the scriptures, you're going to find out that the white folks are going to catch it the worst. When they serve captivity, slavery, and they get exterminated, they're going to catch it the worst. But I'm glad that my Y DNA chromosome came out to be E1B1A, man. You see?
Below is a copy of your Y chromosome polymorphisms used in the analysis. You have inherited this segment of DNA through your...
Now, he also said that his paternal Y DNA went back to Spain and Portugal. And it's the exact same thing also, too, with Marcus Garvey. Yeah, Marcus Garvey is also not one of us. He's also another white man. And as well as Martin Luther King, man. both their paternal ancestry, if I'm not mistaken, it could be one or the other, also goes back to Spain and Portugal. If I'm not mistaken, both of them also.
The father, and it has been passed on consistently from father and son over the last 500 to 2,000 years. And there's the copy of my Y chromosome polymorphisms. Now, I'm not up.
And also, too, when I did the first video about the co-founder of African Ancestry, his last name is Mr. Kittle. He's also a white man or European descent who looks like a black person. He said about 30% of those results of the white paternal DNA testing come back being a European. They come back being a European of white ancestry on the paternal side of the family. This stuff is real, man. This stuff is real, real, real. That's why, like I said before, and I'm going to continue to say it again, a lot of these cats out there, a lot of these groups, I don't care whatever school of thought you're coming from, if you're Old Testament or New Testament or Talmudic, if you're esoteric, you come out of the One West school of thought, they are afraid and scared and petrified to take a DNA test.
Set or anything that I have European ancestry, because I know the history of all the colonialism, and I know they used to rape African women, men, and children. But it is what it is. I got what I paid for. You know what I'm saying? I got my results, and now I know. And that's all. Thanks for watching.
And guess what? He's going to slavery also. He's going to captivity, pursuant to Revelation 13, 9, and 10, Galatians 6, 7, Colossians 3:25. I mean, we go on and on. You see a lot of these groups, camps, congregations, even these Pan-African, they do not want to mess with DNA. Why? Because DNA totally destroys lies. It completely destroys lies. It destroys that 12-tribe chart viciously. Because the scriptures, Jacob had 12 sons. All his 12 sons are going to share the exact same Y DNA genetic marker, which is passed on from father to son. It don't matter how old your paternal line is. You're always going to carry that in you. When you check out the Y DNA chromosome of the Latinos and Hispanics, the majority of them, they either have a European Y chromosome or they have a Southeast Asian Y chromosome, which will be the haplogroup Q or haplogroup C. If we check out the phylogenetic tree, it is not even in relations to us. On the European side of the family, they either have the R, the I, or the G. But for the most part, it's the R. That's why these cats, I'm going to say it again, they don't want to deal with DNA. So I'm going to end this video presentation right now, and I'm going to say shalom.